Hey everybody, Coach Sean here. Welcome to another follow along video workout where the goal is to keep you healthy, strong, and functional. You will not need much equipment for this follow along video workout, save some kettlebells or dumbbells. And if you don't have these available, don't worry. Get yourself a laundry detergent jug or an old one, fill it up with some water, fill it up with some weight of some sort, make sure that cap is on nice and tight, and you can do some modified variations of our exercises, okay? Feel free to pause the video at any point in time for a little bit longer break. Make sure you have some water available. We are going to start our phase 1 of our warm-up joint mobility, our postural assessment in 3, 2, 1, right now. Standing nice and tall, starting with your head and neck looking side to side. We're going to take all the major joints in the body, bring them through some healthy range of motion, and gently prepare our tissues for what's to come. Make sure to breathe. None of this is strenuous at the moment. And chin to chest, look straight up. Very good. Moving on to ears to shoulders. Healthy range of motion at the cervical spine, the head and neck, has been linked to full body health, actually. I have a lot of chiro friends who state the importance of this. Working our way down to shoulder circles. The collarbone area, the shoulder blade area. Bring them up towards the ears, down towards the hips. Circular motions. Making sure we're breathing. And go ahead and switch directions. Same thing. Use this opportunity to get in tune with your body. Our postural assessment here. And go ahead and get into a half kneeling position. Chest nice and high. One arm stays straight, and we're going to do big circles backwards as shown. Do the best you can to keep the bicep close to the ear as we draw these big circles with the arm, stretching out the hip and the shoulders. Making sure to breathe. And go ahead and switch directions. Do the best you can to really isolate the shoulder. I'm actually not as good at this one as I could be. So this is a great area for me to work on as well. You see how I'm rocking back and forth a bit. Really try to isolate that shoulder. Slowly switch sides so the other side is in a half kneeling position. Chest stays high, core is engaged. Arm is straight, big circles backwards. Free hand can be on the hip, just like me. Make sure to breathe, and we're drawing big circles, taking care of that shoulder joint. Switch directions. Do the best you can to keep that bicep close to the ear. And in time, this will improve with consistency. Slowly get back up on your feet. When you can, arms out to the side and torso twist. Pivoting on that back foot if you can, getting into more of a dynamic movement pattern here. Core stays tight, chest is high. Fantastic. Working our way down to the hips. Feet stay flat and hip circles, drawing big circles with your pelvis. Making sure to breathe. Nice and smooth, as best you can. And make sure we switch directions here. Great work. Nice. Toe touches, reaching for the floor and up towards the ceiling. You can have a little bit of a knee bend just like me. Doesn't have to be perfect. Use whatever range of motion your body will allow. We're just moving through these basic range of motion exercises. Nice wide stance. Hinge the hips back, reach for the floor, and stretch out those inner thigh muscles. Be sure to push your butt back and try to keep your chest high. Again, play with whatever range of motion your body will allow. Don't move into any pain. Focus on stretching out those inner thighs. Standing nice and tall, stationary march. Driving the one knee up, reaching back with the opposite arm. Keep your core tight, chest high. Great coordination drill. Nice. Into a little side shuffle here. Light on the feet, slight bend in the knees. Use whatever space you have available, side to side. Nice work. And safely into this back pedal here. Again, it can just be walking backwards. Please be careful. Finishing our athletic warm-up here. Nice. Good job on joint mobility. So hopefully you're feeling good. That was our postural assessment where we go through each segment of the body. I don't know about you, but I love that part. I like taking my time with it. I feel incredible. And comparison from now to back when things were normal, I've only been doing this one time a day, and physically I feel fantastic. My joints and my body feel great. It's such a good warm-up. So please, if you sit a lot during the day, feel free to do that sequence again, or parts of that sequence, like that half kneeling shoulder circle sequence. That's perfect. That would be a beautiful thing to do throughout your day. Okay, enough of that. Now that we've done that, we're gonna move on to phase 2, our core activation. What we're gonna do today is 30 seconds per move. We're gonna start flat on our back with the hollow position. Okay, so listen to my cues for that one. Then we're gonna get into a push-up position and bring those legs out to the side, which we've done before. Really good for the obliques. And finally, we're gonna flip back on our backs and do some basic bridges. We're actually just gonna hold it statically. Okay, so this is gonna be a really, really good sequence for 2 rounds, starting flat on our back with the hollow position in 3, 2, 1, right now. Focus on that midsection, get tight, think pelvic tilt, position yourself like so. Arms and legs are floating over the floor, and if you feel that in your back, bend the knees, raise them up. This is a core exercise. You can also support your head as shown. We're focusing on the core muscles. So whatever version works for you, you do that one. You're not supposed to feel this in your back at all. Tight, 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 but make sure to breathe. Excellent work. Roll over into high plank position. Keep those legs straight, bring them out to the side, alternating. Pretend like you're balancing something on your back. Keep your core engaged. If you would rather bend the knees, that is okay too. I prefer legs straight. Whatever works. Flat on your back. Knees bent, feet flat, drive the heels into the floor and keep your hips high. Focus on your core and your glutes. Give yourself a tap in the belly and in the glute muscles to ensure you're focusing on the key areas. Hips are up. Digging in with the heels. Fantastic. Good job. Round 2, back to that hollow position. Remember, if you feel this in your back, bring your legs up higher. Pelvic tilt. Bring that belly button to the floor and hold right there. Stay tight, but breathe. Great job. Roll into push-up position. Here we go, alternating legs out to the side. Pretend like you're balancing something on your back. Think about your core. Last round like this, good job. Flat on your back. Bend the knees, push the floor away with your heels. Think about the glutes and your core. We're stretching out those hip flexors a bit, waking up the glute muscles. Excellent. Whew. Good job on the core work. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling that big time in the midsection. And statically holding those bridges, that was perfect for the glutes, stretching out the hip flexors a little bit more. Perfect way to start our training. Okay, so for phase 3 of the warm-up, your favorite, we're gonna crawl. Okay, so the sequence today, forwards and backwards, listen to my cues, and then side to side. The timer is going to be set for 2.5 minutes. If you need to take short breaks, go ahead and do so. If you need to do this from your knees, go ahead and do that. Get in tune with your body, think about coordination, and in time, this is going to feel better and better and better, and it's very important for our posture and our performance. Okay? And if that doesn't mean anything to you, it's good for your health and your function. Okay? And that should be important to you. So, starting phase number 3 in 3, 2, 1, right now. Starting in a down dog position, keep the hips up nice and tall. Alternate walking forward, stretching out the foot, the calves, the hamstrings, thinking opposite, going forwards and then returning backwards. And keeping the hips high, now we're going to get into side to side. So the hips are still in the air, stretching out the hamstrings and low back, moving to the side, and then returning to where you started. Now, if appropriate, we're going to go back, forwards and backwards. Lower your hips to the ground a little bit more, bending the knees a little bit more, and pretending like you're balancing something on your back. Always thinking opposite, forwards and backwards. Do the best you can to keep this smooth and controlled. And we are alternating, going forwards and backwards and side to side. Again, if you need to take short breaks, go for it, but try to stay moving. And that sequence is forwards and backwards and then side to side. You're doing great. Getting nice and warm here. Improving our brain, our coordination, our muscles, our joints, our athleticism, and our health. Finishing up strong here. Great job on the crawls. I sincerely hope those are feeling better and better. I know at first they can be a little awkward, but truly if you do this consistently, they really are like a tonic for your entire body. It ties the whole body together beautifully. Okay, so check out this short demonstration for drill number 1 as you let your heart rate come down and get mentally prepared for what's to come. For demonstration purposes, I'm performing this with a kettlebell. So we hinge back, we perform our clean 3 times. This is where we rack it up, get tight for a second or two, absorb that weight, drive hard with the legs, and get that rack position. After 3 cleans, we're doing 3 pivots as shown, so 6 total, 3 each side. From there, our push press for 3. Fist is under the chin, the elbow stays close to the ribs, you drive it up with your legs. Now, we're gonna do a get down, opposite leg steps back, we're in our half kneeling, open up the front leg, keep an eye on the weight, reach for the ground, we kick the leg out, sit on our butt, and then melt into the floor. For those of you who know this, this is an option. Then the leg raise and press for 3 reps. This is a long sequence. I totally get it. I'm going to show you again on the other side. I also have an option for those of you who aren't quite as competent with the kettlebell. And I want you to strongly consider doing the option I'm going to show you at the end. So one more time, 3 cleans. You could also do this with a dumbbell, by the way. It might look a little different, might travel more in a straight line, but it's basically the same thing. 3 pivots each side. Excellent. 3 push press. Use those legs, get the weight up overhead, line up the bicep with the ear. Great. Then our get down. Opposite leg steps back into the lunge. Get on the knee. Open up the front leg. Keep an eye on the weight. Hinge. Reach for the ground. Kick out the legs. Sit down. Melt into the floor. Then we do our leg raise floor press for 3 reps. I'm going to have all this written down so you can refer to the screen as you go. I want you to check out this option for the get down and strongly consider doing this if you're not confident. It is all good, okay? Here we go. After your push press, so after you have the kettlebell up, like so, this is what I want you to do. Reverse lunge, opposite leg steps back, safely bring the weight down like so onto the floor, and then resume your floor press. You're only skipping a few steps. This will be good. And just so you know, we're doing this for 6 minutes. This is a long sequence. The reason we're doing this for 6 minutes because it's such a long routine, and I want you to practice good repetitions. This also means that you should be taking short breaks in between, okay? And I mean that. Quality reps. Those are the only reps that matter. Here we go for 6 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Here we go. Get ready for this long sequence with 3 cleans. Use your dumbbell or your kettlebell. Either way, keep your core tight. Fully extend the hips when you stand. Drive hard with the legs. 3 pivots, or 6 in total if you want to think of it that way. The push press, use those legs. 3. Line up that bicep with the ear. Nice. Then our get down. Opposite leg steps back. Keep an eye on the weight. Reach for the ground. Kick out that leg. Melts into the floor. Floor press time. Leg raise. Weight goes up and leg goes up at the same time. Excellent work. Feel free to follow along or go at your own pace and refer to the reps and exercises on the side there. Take short breaks when you need it. Keep the movement quality high. 3 cleans. Pivots. Nice. Core stays tight. Support that weight with your free hand if you need to, especially if you're using a heavy one. Push press. Here we go. 3. Wrist stays straight. Using legs to get that weight up there. Nice. Into the get down. Opposite leg steps back. Into that floor press. 3 reps. Fantastic. Shake things out when you need to. Keep going. Drive hard with the legs for your cleans. Keeping that core nice and tight, supporting the free weight, the weight with your free hand, sorry. Into that push press, use the legs. Get down. Go at your own pace. We have a 6-minute challenge here. Get your quality work in each side. You're doing awesome. Good job. Keep going. Three cleans, 3 pivots. Core is engaged, pivoting on that back foot. Into that push press. And your get down. Finish with that floor press, looking good. If you skipped ahead, make sure you're taking short little breaks. Do not want you to injure yourself. This is a long sequence. Just like what I'm doing here. Shake out the tension, let the heart rate come down. When you're ready, attack it again. Looking good. Always engaging the core, staying focused. We're almost done. Nice work. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back. That was not easy and not typical. So, excellent. Let the heart rate come down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Shake out the excessive tension in your muscles. Shake out the legs. Feel free to follow along with me or grab some water. Walk about, deep breathe. Some light hip circles, some light arm circles here. Again, you're more than welcome to pause the video a little bit if you need a little bit extra break. Shake things out as I describe to you what drill number 2 is going to be. Again, congratulations, good work. That was not easy. Demonstration purposes, you're going to stand right over the kettlebell, drive hard with the legs. It's like a high pull, but then at the end, you're going to tuck your elbows in like so. Drive hard with the legs, pull it up, tuck your elbows in and hold it at chest height. That's the exercise. And you're going to hold it for about 5 seconds in that standing plank position. One more time. Drive hard, tuck the elbows in, hold it there. This should really resemble a standing plank. See how it's kind of like the high pull, but then you tuck the elbows in. Once you're there and the time switches, we're going to do some standing knee raises. Keeping that core locked in place, reinforcing that core tension with the weight at sternum height. Then we're going to put it down and finish with the crab walk. Crab walk is either whatever length you have, baby steps. If this is challenging, you may hold the position as shown, or even alternate legs kicking out. It's all good. It's about mobility. Starting with this zip up here. Go for it. On the ground, drive hard with the legs. You're holding for a second or two when you're up there. Keeping tight, fully extending the hips, driving with the heels, tucking those elbows in. Stand. Excellent. Chest stays high, back is flat. Drive hard with the legs. Kettlebell's traveling in a straight line all the way up. Doing great. Always lower the weight where you picked it up initially. Into the knee raise. Alternating. Stay tight, but breathe. You got it. Looking good. A little bit of balance, a little bit of coordination, and a whole lot of core. Keep those elbows tucked in. Great work. Weight goes down. Let's get into the crab walk. Chest high, shoulders are down, baby steps. Back and forth. Again, you can hold the position if you need to and alternate kicking the legs out. Doesn't really matter. Keep going. You're doing great. Excellent. Little active recovery. Shake out the tension just like I'm doing. Walk around, grab some water if you need to. It's only about 40 seconds here, and we're getting into round number 2. A little bit of pivots here, a little bit of movement. Some light hip circles, whatever feels good for you. Let that heart rate come down. Getting mentally prepared for the next round, staying loose. Here we go. Slowly start to set it up. Stand right over your kettlebell, think of your core. Here we go. Zip it up. Last round like this. Drive hard with the legs. Standing plank position for a few seconds, then bring it right back down. Keep going, looking good. Fully extend those hips. Squeeze the glutes when you come up. Protect your back. Beautiful. For an added challenge, start with your knee raise and then slowly extend the knee as you come out, if you can. Tremendous core awareness here. This is a great drill. Make sure to breathe, but stay tight. Last round like this, doing great. Nice. Finish up strong with that crab walk. Chest high, shoulders down. Walking back and forth. Again, you can hold the position if you need to. Great little sequence here. We're almost done, doing great. Nice. So hopefully by now you're realizing that it doesn't have to be fancy or gimmicky in order to be very effective, right? We're doing basic human movements and we're doing it in a very appropriate and fun way. I say fun, hopefully you're having fun. It's very effective training, okay? For our finishers, this can be whatever you want. So use your imagination, get creative, do some things that we did in the past, or follow my suggestion for today. Just to be forewarned, this is going to be a cardio, sort of a HIIT style finisher, okay? But again, it can be 3 to 5 sets of anything else that we've done. Windmill, crow, planks, push-ups, practice your squats, or as always, deep breathe and have a nice long stretch because this was already a pretty kick-ass session. Check out this finisher. At the end of this, stretch what is tight. And this is Strength Coach Sean telling you to be strong, confident, and capable, and as always, kind, compassionate, and happy. We will talk to you soon. Demonstration for the finisher. So swings or deadlifts. We're going to do 10 repetitions. Very similar to the drill you just did. Into the jump lunge. You can modify the range of motion, whatever works. 10 each side. Chest stays nice and high, moving fast. Side hops for 10 each side. Then getting into the double mountain climber where we kick both legs out and in at the same time, staying light on the toes for 10. Finishing with 10 jumping jacks. Here we go. 2 rounds. Swings or deadlifts. Let's see it. Sharp exhale as we come up. Drive with those heels. Looking good. Time to push it. This is our finisher. Nice. Jump lunges, 10 each side. Looking good. Here we go, side hops. Keep your core tight, staying light on your feet. Double mountain climber, here we go, 10. Beautiful, beautiful. Jumping jacks, here we go, 10. You got it. One more time, here we go. Swings or deadlifts, 10 reps. Focus. Beautiful, beautiful. Jump lunges, last time. 10 and 10, chest high. Modify that range if you have to, just like what I'm doing. Core tight, chest up. Nice. Side hops, 10 and 10. Almost done, looking good. Double mountain climbers, almost done. Up together, 10. Finish strong, jumping jacks.